Hi Virgo, Happy New Year and welcome to your January 2016 readings. This month we're going to continue with what we did last month, which will be one channeled message, the catalyst which will pull everything together, and then health, wealth, love, and destiny. And hopefully that hits on all the major aspects of your life. In addition, and part of the reason that everything's delayed this month is I have to do the 2016 year at a glance readings as well. And so take a look. I'll probably put a link in the description. I may put one at the end of the video, but you could go to my channel page and you should be able to find them there. I chose to separate them because I realized people may want to do a quick reference to the year at a glance readings separate from the January reading. So I had to actually do 24 videos this month and actually within a week. So I appreciate the patience. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into this, so thank you for that. All right, so the first thing that I wanted to bring in was the channeled message. And for this, what I do is as I'm shuffling or when I'm planning to read for each sign, I think for a few minutes, and the first word that comes to mind is the one that I'll write down. And this is basically to germinate, or to basically take something that's already been started and really allow it to grow. So January for you, another word that could have been used is sort of like an incubator month. This is the time for you to take anything, be it an actual child, a plant, a project, a dream, and allow it to grow. Really all you need to do is kind of show up to do it. A lot of times people think praying is enough or meditating is enough. That's half of the battle, but then what you have to do, whatever your version of God or the universe is, it will help you if you show up every day and work on it. So if you're trying to build a house, brick by brick, you just start laying it. You can't sit and wait. You can't just look at the contractors. You have to be part of this. If you're writing, you have to start making that part of your daily practice. If you want to get in shape, you have to make that also part of your daily practice. So germination is not just waiting. It's actually an active. Again, I've been using mostly verbs for the channeled messages because it's not much help if you can't do something with it. So I tend to do actionable words. And so, yes, germinate. So you have to be an agent of that change. You yourself you'll be a catalyst as well. So just believe it and keep working towards it, and don't sort of like focus so much on what isn't done. It might even be helpful if it's something that you're spending a lot of time working towards for you to take pictures, to write notes, and then remind yourself of the progress that you're making. That's going to help you quite a bit when your head gets in the way. All right, so let's take a look now at your catalyst card. And this is like putting that key in the ignition, what's going to help you facilitate the germination, what's going to help you achieve your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Okay, so we'll take the top right off the top for this one. Okay, strengthening bonds. This is interesting. So for some of you, the groundwork's already been laid down. And what you need to do is a little bit of networking to continue to, like this to me reads support a team, a group, and allow everybody to sort of take part in this. This is particularly for people that are in larger families, larger companies, might be working on a shared project or a shared aspiration. And there is going to be a lot of rapid growth once you start spending some time with this idea, this hope, this dream, this aspiration. Your heart chakra is beautifully illustrated here, kind of overshadowing everything, or illuminating everything is a better way to put it. And from that, if you're really doing something you love and you put some TLC into it, then I feel like sky's the limit. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle for this month and see what the cards have in store for you. Wow, you have a very it's a varied month. A lot of different things coming through. One of the key elements I keep saying is a lot of change, and that's not the case with every sign. But your central card is a great one. Two of Cups. So we were talking. I told you when I saw this, I actually saw partnerships, and you'll see that. There's green is the predominant color here in this one, at least in the lower portion. So what I see is love, having your, like, this is sort of think of Steve Jobs, for instance. The way he got people excited about what he was interested in some people called it a distortion field. I think he just pushed his aura out to people, and his dream, his idea, his passion was actually contagious. So the key to your success in January, no matter what you want to do, whether it is to create a new relationship, because of course the Two of Cups is about partnerships, to start a business, to get a loan, whatever it is, whether it's just out of the goodness of your heart or there's a sort of a business element to it, you have to show people that you care, that you're excited, that there's passion behind your words, behind your actions. If you do this, it's pretty positive. We have the Six of Discs, or the Six of Pentacles in a normal suit. So this is about, you should have enough. You should have enough resources to pull in what you're looking for. And much like not many decks have words on them, Thoth does. What we're seeing here is success. I'm also looking at this. It's interesting. I've never looked at the picture quite like this, but it's like a group of people sitting at a desk. Great month for brainstorming for people that are in corporations, or again, if you're going to bring your ideas, even an entrepreneur could then socialize this. So I don't always see socializing with a normal Six of Pentacles or Six of Discs, but I do with this. So particularly combined with the Two of Cups. So partnership and communication of the ideas is going to bring in money and support, and that's really what the discs are about there. Leading up to this, I feel like a lot of you have already done a lot of work, but there's some stress associated with it. And so what I'd like for a lot of you to do is trust in the work that you've done, be more practical and pragmatic about where you are right now. And with all these sixes, you're trying to sort of balance things out. Just know that, like I said earlier, it's about showing up, continuing to work, and not getting stuck in your head. I don't want the swords to go to an area where you're feeling like, again, as we start to go up to 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, we don't need to sort of feel like you have to make a compromise yet. I think it's just about staying practical, staying grounded, removing emotion except for passion from your sort of day-to-day communications. Okay, all of that being said, when you choose your partnerships, I want you to think really carefully about who it is that's sort of in your periphery. The Devil card usually means someone who either doesn't have your best interest at heart, or that you might feel like you're trapped a little bit from getting as far as you want. That's why all the 6 cards were coming through. They are a card of struggle and struggle to get an equilibrium. Usually the even numbers show equilibrium, but it's not as high as it could be. I'd be much happier if it was like 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So you're getting there. Just keep persevering and really look at your choice in business partners, because this is a month, if it's not working, for you to release it. Now for love, because some people are like, I'm not working in a corporation. What's coming through for love? So I see love blossoming, but there may be somebody who's not available. They're either not out of a relationship yet. They could be cheating on their spouse. You could be the one that's cheating. You could just be at a point in your life, or they could be at a point in their life where they're not looking for love. So it's unexpected, unplanned, and possibly difficult, because the Devil is really more about bonds or like chains between people that are keeping them from moving as freely as they could be. So look at your love partnerships, your family relationships, and think about what it is that you can do to sort of like release anything that's holding you back, bring to light, because really the Devil is it's symbolic. Let's just say the energy of the Devil card is all about shadows. So when you don't bring something out into the light, then it gains power. So the best way to diffuse the devil card is to shine light on it, to accept the truth of the situation, and to face the uncomfortable areas of your life that you're hiding from, and to release things that don't suit you anymore. All right, so Princess of Cups, as your crowning card, is showing me that receiving and giving love is very much the theme of this of your month, and you're probably the first in 5 signs that I'm seeing love relationships being a central theme. A lot of other people, it was more about letting go, about focusing on money, about focusing on other things. For you, love comes through. And sometimes I get people saying, I don't want to hear about love, or tell me more about this or that. Well, I'm sorry, that's what's coming through for you for this month. So what I'm getting with this is, it is about giving love just as much as it is receiving love. And it can also be about like service, because love can mean service. It can mean taking care of your body, about finding joy in life. There's a lot of different ways love can manifest. It doesn't have to be between 2 people. And again, I see it very, very positive for people that want to do business this month. So if you're looking to interview, there's possibility for people being very interested in that. Just be very careful to ask questions for those of you that are seeking out those new relationships, to figure out if you've uncovered everything. The devil usually means one hidden thing. So with you being in a retrograde cycle, I would just say you can stalemate a little bit and make sure that you have a couple weeks to make your decisions before going towards something. 9 of Wands is a great card, showing your about the 3rd week into the month, and also a little bit of a hint into the next quarter of the year. What I see is that you're going to have the power to go forward, to do whatever you want. There is a need here sometimes to take stock in, again, how much is done, and do a little bit of self-care. When it's illustrated in Rider-Waite, there's usually a guy with a bandage. He's been working really hard. So I would say, recognize the work you've done. Look at this. There's balance in this card. So I do need you to sort of like take care of yourself, not sort of like burn the candle at both ends, and realize that you've done a lot. You're like 90% there. Don't give up on the last 10%. Okay, so your present state of mind is an interesting card. We have the 5 of Cups, which still shows prosperity, love, and enjoyment, but a little bit of grumpiness. I usually, like when I see the Rider-Waite illustration, it's someone who isn't seeing everything. And so I would say try not to get disappointed, much like the caption on this card, and look instead at the fact that you still have a really good partnership vibe going from the center here. We still have 2 of Cups, and I see a little hint of that here. So relationships, generally speaking, are better than you expect. So work your magic. This is sort of a chemistry card too. So wherever you're feeling like someone isn't getting your point of view, they're not reacting very well to you, they don't understand what you're saying, use different words, try again, try to understand from their perspective, be empathic towards them, and I feel like you're going to be able to resolve any issues that come up, but it's your own head and your own heart that are blocking you a little bit. You have so much water in your sign this month, like tons of Cups cards. We have the 2 of Cups, Princess of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and now we have the Queen of Cups. So for you, this is one sign where I actually do see like a potential for a really strong water sign coming in. It's if I pull it down here, you'll see that this is in your environment. So this is probably someone that you've already met, or that you're going to meet through mutual contacts and relationships. So be on the lookout for a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And typically with water, it is someone that has either lighter eyes, lighter hair. It's not a necessity. Someone with an open heart. It is upright. There's so much water that I feel like this is a dignified card when it comes to Thoth. I'm just paying attention to the overall spread, not necessarily just the surrounding cards. But I do feel like you will be in a good place with this person. Let me just pull a clarifying card. Yeah, it's good. 8 of Pentacles shows me a great growth potential here. So whether it's love, family, or business, I like this person. I like this water sign or this open-hearted person that's coming into your life. Now, your hopes and fears are manifesting as the universe, which is showing me an end of a phase for you. For those of you that are looking to go big, and I mean like publishing, moving, working on a global sort of like brand, this is a great time for you to sort of embark on that. I would wait until the end of the month or the very beginning because of the retrograde cycle, but otherwise it's really going to be positive for you, and you shouldn't feel like you need to be held back for any reason. Finally, the Tower card, indicating massive change for you towards the end of the month. So allow for that change to come through and start to watch for those warning signs. What I see is a very positive month here, but there are two cards which give pause, which give me pause. One is the Devil, one is the Tower. These two are often, they come up together. So I would say you could diffuse the energy of the Tower card if you recognize whatever this sort of stumbling block is for you. Let's pull a clarifying card for the Devil too. I don't always pull this many clarifying cards, but since we're not really working with reversals in Thoth, I like to see that. Okay, so with the Priestess, whoever the sort of devil personified is for you, it's going to be someone who might be a little bit manipulative and also is able to. This is the kind of person where if you feel them enter the room, it's almost like they take your breath away, your energy. You feel less empowered around them. So I think the key for you is someone who intuitively you know maybe doesn't have your best interest at hand, and also energetically speaking, you just sort of feel fatigued, annoyed, irked by. This is how you're going to be able to recognize that presence. Let's see what the Tower is going to do for you. You know what? Whatever this change is, even if it's painful, it's going to be pretty positive. We've got the Ten of Cups here. So if somebody, for instance, leaves your life, it might be someone that you break up with, you're going to have more love, more friendship, more opportunities, or you're going to be on the winning end of that divorce, dissolved relationship, decoupling, choose your words, than the other partner is. So this is a sort of generous Tower. It's not always that way, but sometimes the Tower comes in when you're unwilling, unready, or unable to see what it is that you need to release. So I do feel like that's it for you. So now let's take a look at your health card for January 2016 and see what you can do to stay healthy, stay optimistic, stay centered during this month. So your health card is being basically looking at the details and scrutinizing everything. So much as I was saying earlier with that Devil card, I want you to pay attention not only to the tangible things around you, but the intangible, the sort of the intuitive stuff that you may not always be tuning into. So with this being all about scrutiny, you'll see it's clear vision, discernment, and also details. So it's not taking things at face value. It's looking a little bit deeper than the face value and going a little bit more on intuition, and also sort of adding up the sums of everything that has happened previously. Yep, that's it. And if you are losing your power, this is a card about regaining it. A lot of times just calling the person's bluff is it, just saying, I'm sorry, this is enough, or we're not doing this anymore. You can sort of put an end to it. Your words are powerful if you believe them, and they'll be able to sense it, particularly if there's someone that is intuitively tuned in, and it looks like they are. Now let's take a look at your wealth card for January 2016 and see what will help facilitate and add to your prosperity. Guess what? I was just talking about empathy. So this is both empathy in your, it's mostly in your business sphere, but it can extend to your personal life too, because the more tuned in you are to people around you, the more opportunities might open up. But I would say in the business world, in your financial sphere, whether you're going to get advice from someone like in wealth management, or you're trying to get a raise at work, or you're trying to figure out how to pay down all of your bills, be, first of all, sympathetic and empathetic towards yourself and how you got into your current situation, whether it's good or negative, positive or negative, or like just frustrating. And then work with other people and help them see your point of view and also see their point of view. The more tuned in, the more sensitive, the more kind you are, the more that's basically going to come back to you. So generosity is going to be rewarded here. But generosity in the form of listening, thinking, understanding, empathizing. So all of these are important. Now let's take a look at what's affecting love. This one's stuck, but it's the one that wants to come. So basically the key to feeling loved, to welcoming in love, to falling in love is to believe in your heart of hearts that you're worth being loved. So you've got so much cup energy coming through that all you have to do is put yourself out there and really truly believe that you're worth being loved, and I believe that that's it. And it's a very simple message for you. Believe you deserve it as well. Finally, if we look at your destiny card, this is going to be what is going to help you get where you want to go, and also sort of a trajectory for where your life is taking you, where your decision process is taking you right now. Okay, so with this one, this is about paying attention to what's going on. Basically it's saying you're exactly where you need to be right now. So don't try to escape. This isn't a great month to move. This isn't a great month for you necessarily to quit, although some of you may need to leave something because of the tower, but I see it towards the end of the month. So at least for the first week or two, you need to focus on who you are, where you're at, and why you're in this situation. And there's a big lesson to be learned, particularly with the Devil card and with the Tower card. So allow that lesson to manifest so you don't have to repeat it. That's what a retrograde cycle is about. It's not this torturous thing. It's an opportunity to release bonds and to release cycles. Okay, so really quickly, let's look at everything that you have here. Your overall focus this month is to germinate, to help facilitate growth. If you do something that you believe in, people around you are going to be pulled into that energy. They're going to believe. Your heart, your passion is going to sort of be unstoppable. I do want you to scrutinize, however, and look at the very small details. Pay attention to the warning signs. Pay attention to people around you that may not have your best interest at heart. Be empathetic to everyone, even those sort of perceived adversaries that are in your life, and you're going to be able to survive anything that comes your way. Not empathy here, but belief in yourself is what's key to finding love, receiving love, and giving love. I want you to come out of your shell a little bit. Just believe that you're lovable, that it's worth it, and that if you've had any sort of hiccups prior to this, they're done now. Finally, know that you're in the right place at the right time. Don't try to escape. Don't try to move on. Try to work through it. Try to accept the message that's coming through. Given the 4 on here, this is probably something that will manifest itself at the beginning of the month for you, so pay attention to that. Love is a central theme for you this month. Love in relationships, love also in business. So allow all of that to come through and don't question it too much. Finally, with the Tower, I see an opportunity for growth and renewal. So don't fear the changes that are coming your way. Know that even though they're scary, even though some of them may have been unplanned, they're going to ultimately result in happiness and prosperity. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for everyone. I'm really grateful for all the support that you've given me over 2015, and I look forward to getting to know everybody better over 2016. Sorry, eventually that'll get into my head. In the meantime, if you'd like to stay up to date in what's going on, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, my newsletter, or to like my Facebook page. And if you'd ever like a personal reading, I offer those, and I'll post the link in one of the corners here. So in the meantime, thank you so much. Have a great new year, and keep an eye out for my 2016 Year at a Glance readings. Thank you so much. Take care.